Congressman Arrington, thank you so much for joining us.
You bet.
Let us know some of the details in this letter that you, 55 of your colleagues, sent. What do you hope to accomplish, and were there any suggestions included?
Well, we hope to expose the fact that unilateral decisions have been made by this president, and there are more on the way, many of which will be jammed in a partisan way through Congress in the form of tax policies that are punitive to the oil and gas industry, to punish them, target them. And the result will be what we've seen recently, which is gas prices going up, which is going to be an additional burden on the economy as it tries to get traction and recover from our recession. But it will also be borne by working families. So we've exacerbated it with the recent hacking of Colonial Pipeline and the distortions there, obviously highlighting critical infrastructure. But at the same time, you've got terrorists hacking and disrupting the critical infrastructure of gas pipelines. You've got a president with a cell phone and a pen, as his predecessor said, canceling pipeline and critical infrastructure. I hope everyone recognizes the importance of fossil energy to our economy, to our way of life, to our quality of life. But I don't think the president gets it, and we're trying to message that through our colleagues in the United States Congress.
That hacking didn't take place all that long ago, and with the span of a few days, we had long lines, we had people getting in fights at gas stations. It changed like that, which I guess should make clear that our infrastructure for supplying energy throughout this country is very vulnerable. Do you think the president understands that? And do you think he should be doing something in particular to guard against any other kind of attack?
Well, absolutely. I don't think he should be calling infrastructure and raising taxes to pay for public housing and subsidies for climate science and the electric vehicle subsidies and 500,000 charging stations and $400 billion in the cost of expanding Obamacare and Medicaid. So we need to call infrastructure. We need to focus on that for the sake, again, of facilitating economic recovery and long-term growth and for the security of our nation. I mean, energy security is national security, and again, never before in recent times have we seen that highlighted like we have in this Colonial Pipeline disaster.
What difference would the Keystone XL pipeline have made, if any? Because we know that President Biden came in immediately with his executive order, shut down the Keystone pipeline. Again today, according to our reporter that was just talking with us, she said that he doubled down on shutting down other pipelines, said that he would still do that. So what difference would that make?
Well, we would have a big artery running through the middle of our country to augment the supply of energy when you have different parts of the country disrupted by an attack, such as the Colonial Pipeline. We have the best free and comprehensive trade agreement with our neighbors in Canada and in Mexico. President Trump led the charge to enhance that, to make it fairer and better for our energy workers, our ag workers, our auto workers. So we have a better deal. And we've got good neighbors. We can have an energy independent North America, not just America. All of that plays in to the resilience of fossil energy, which is our bread and butter. It makes the wheels turn on 80% of our economy. And to be hostile and to assault that which gives us the greatest economy in the world, and not to include that in critical infrastructure and infrastructure in general, is a big mistake.
All right. Congressman Arrington, thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
Great to be with you guys.